Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today, Live Music Nation podcast. I'm your host, Jake Gill. Today we are with Valerie. She's with the Climbers Festival in Wyoming. Valerie, thanks for joining us.
Woo. Yep. Hey.
Valerie, give us a little background on you. Where did you grow up? And talk a little bit about your career.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. Kind of moved around for a little bit, moved to upstate New York for university and for a little bit of work. And then I actually spent the last few years traveling around for climbing, which is how I ended up in Wyoming. Career-wise, I studied environmental engineering, kind of had that line of work for a little bit of time, but I've always bounced it back and forth with work in the climbing industry. So between guiding or like teaching for a climbing school and now the Climbers Festival. So
Cool. All right, so this is a little unique for us. Describe what a Climbers Festival is. What does your festival look like? What does it feel like to the listener who's never been to one? What do they even experience?
yeah, so our festival is unique in the sense that it is the largest and longest running climbing festival in the world. It started in 1994. A bunch of Lander locals got together and they're like, let's just get people together and celebrate climbing. And over the course of what is now 30 years, this is our 30th anniversary. This festival has grown to be a 4-day event
Wow.
where, yeah, it's actually kind of crazy. It's like a Thursday through Sunday. And involved, there's like an art crawl, there's a movie night, there's like speakers that come. We have trade fairs where a bunch of
Wait.
brands.
Wait, is your movie night always cliffhanger?
That movie is so
I'm
bad.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was bad. I know.
I'm glad you've seen it. I think that's always like the joke movie where like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's usually like films of just like athletes, um, or people like here and now and like cool things that they've been doing within the recent year or years. But yeah, it's kind of a little bit of everything. We got clinics going on. There's a lot.
Is it is it just for climbers or is there a little bit of something for everybody?
It is definitely targeted towards climbers, but it we have people locals that come just because I mean it is 4 days of lots of fun things going on. And I think a lot of people who aren't climbers also have the chance to just go and see what's going on and kind of get involved if they want to try climbing or if they want to just like be a part of a fun festival.
What has made this festival so successful 30 years compared to others?
Man, I think part of it is Lander is such a cool destination for climbing. It is so beautiful and the access to climbing is so easy. So I think that draws a lot of people over the years. And then just like the legacy, some of the people who founded the original festival, they're like some of the really big names in climbing. And so I think people like to continue coming back because it's cool to just see where the originals came
Yeah,
from and the things that they did. Hmm.
that is what is the importance of this festival for you? Like why devote so much time and energy and volunteer for something like
Yeah,
this?
definitely. So I've been climbing for it's almost 10 years or over 10 years now. And so I feel like this festival is such a cool way to just see all those connections that I've made, like as I've traveled all over the world for climbing, just to see it all come together and culminate in like one place. And I think over the years, climbing has grown so much, and to see people that have been climbing forever and the people that are brand new just like share that same passion for the sport and just get so excited to be together to do this thing together. I think that's one of the coolest things.
Val, can we see your forearms? Can we see?
Are they huge? No,
Yeah,
they're
they're
not
all
that big.
like so you think like the average listener like me, right? We think we're cool until we go to the indoor water park and we try to climb the rock wall
Oh my
and
gosh.
you're like three grips in and your arms are just burning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I had to give you some props there. Um,
Thanks.
Val, for you,
Hmm.
what is it about climbing? Like what got you? What grabbed you and kept you coming back?
Dang. I think for me, it was kind of like that physical challenge. In high school and before I was a gymnast. So it's like,
Uh,
it's a good translation, right? Where it's like that strength aspect, there's like the body awareness and the body movement, and just like that constant challenge of being like, can I do this next thing? Can I try the next harder like route, and can I keep pushing myself? And it's such a fun thing because it gets you outdoors, it gets you in places you never thought you would go to. And it gets you, I don't know, it's just such a
So
cool,
it
fun
was
thing.
more the physical than the natural than just the spiritual of being out there in nature.
And I think that like the first thing was the more physical aspect, but then like as time evolved, it was more the spiritual. Like I'm outside now. I'm like I'm enjoying these places and being in such beautiful, beautiful locations.
Yeah. Okay. So being the director of
Mm-hmm.
this festival and being so hands-on and involved, what is the reward for you in that? Because I know it's all volunteer and you spend a lot of time and dedication. Where's the reward come from you in this?
So the one thing that's actually really cool is over the years, this position is now a paid position. And it's run by the Central Wyoming Climbers Alliance, which is a nonprofit organization starting in 2014. So that's part of the growth of just 30 years of now we're able to hire people and I get to
Right.
hire like a marketing coordinator. But the fun or the coolness of it is just getting really plugged into this community. I moved to Lander. This will be my third year in Lander, and I think it's such a cool way to like dive into a community and just like really get to know everyone, get to know all the Lander locals because I'm working with all these companies, and
Right.
I think that's the biggest reward.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. I am a live music guy. I know this isn't
Yep.
necessarily a live music event, but I always ask these two questions in every podcast that I do. So
Mm-hmm.
it gives our listener a little insight as to who you are. What is the best concert you've ever seen in your entire life?
Oh my gosh, that's such a hard question. I like thought about this for a while, and so I lived in upstate New York in Ithaca, and they would do a grassroots festival every single year. And so it's not, I don't know that it's a single concert, but it was like a culmination of all these really amazing artists coming. And just, I just remember being in this big field dancing with everyone. And it was just so fun. And it was like very funky music.
Yep.
And so that was just a really good memory.
Okay. You could bring one musical act, dead or alive, to the Climbers Festival. Who you bring?
Oh, I feel like my first answer would be like Beyonce. I'm like, let's get Beyonce in Lander, Wyoming, even though there's no way she would come to Wyoming.
That would work.
So,
That would work. Val, how do people that are not familiar with the Climbers world, how do they find out more about the festival?
yeah, so we have a website, climbersfestival.org. We also are on the social media platform. So we have an Instagram and a Facebook. Both of those you can just type in International Climbers Festival and you can find information on those platforms.
That's awesome. 4-day event.
Woo!
Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you.
Yep, thank you.